Good morning, children. Today I'll continue from where we left. The sentence which I was reading was, "Therefore, Jew, though justice be my plea." I was doing quality of mercy, posture speech. It is Act 4, Scene 1 continued. I am on line number 205. You will look into your books and see. "Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice none of us should see salvation." Now she's trying to say, if God doesn't provide us mercy, we will never be able to see salvation. Salvation we can only see when God is merciful. It's a quality of God Himself, mercy. We do pray for mercy, right? Pray for mercy, we request for mercy. And that same prayer doth teach us all to render the deeds of mercy. And because of that, it is easy for us, as we expect mercy from others, we should also give mercy or show mercy to others, and our deeds should be merciful. I have spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of the plea. I have spoken much about, Portia is trying to say, I have much spoken about the quality of mercy. Let us find the points she has covered in this. It is very important, children. Quality of mercy is very important because in a way either direct questions comes or indirectly also you are asked from this scene. Mercy, it is referring to mercy. It drops freely as a gentle rain. It is twice blessed. It is twice blessed. The one who gives mercy shows mercy, and the one who receives is twice blessed. It is the greatest quality in the most powerful man. Right? The man has got the greatest quality, that is the mercy. It is a nobler quality in the royal king than the crown he wears. The crown he wears, the power he has, but with mercy he becomes noble. Mercy is much above earthly power of a king. Definitely, the mercy makes the king more powerful than his earthly power. It is a quality that belongs to God Almighty. It is a quality which God Himself has to see. Like God Himself shows mercy, so we also have to see mercy. When mercy is seasoned with when justice is seasoned with mercy, the power of king becomes divine. It is the same. The earthly power, the Almighty King shows mercy and his powers become divine. Portia has said this to soften the harsh justice of Shylock's claim. Portia finds that Shylock has claimed a harsh justice, so to soften this, she's trying to tell us about the quality of mercy. Which, if thou follow the strict court of Venice, must need give sentence against the merchant there. If we follow all the course of this justice, then definitely the merchant who is standing there, that is Antonio, he will be sentenced, right? Against the law will go against him. Shylock is very happy. My deeds upon my head, means whatever I do, whatever my deeds are, I am responsible for it. I crave the law, the penalty that forfeit for my bond. He said, I don't want anything else. I'm only craving. The justice should be done. I should be given the law. Law should give me what is due to me. Portia, is he not able to discharge the money? Now Portia again finds little room and questions Shylock. Is he not able? Antonio is not able to give the money that he has borrowed from you. Bassanio says, yes. Here I tender it for him in the court. Here twice the sum. If that will not suffice, I will be bound to pay it 10 times over. Now he says, I am having double the money to give him, but he is not happy with it. I am ready to give him 10 times more. On forfeit of my hands, my head, my heart, if this will not suffice. He's saying not only the money, I'm ready to give my whole self, my hands, my head, my heart, everything what I have. It must appear that malice bears down truth. I'm sure Shylock is trying to tear down the truth by showing his malice. He's got nothing to do with forfeiture. He only wants enmity from revenge from Antonio. And I beseech you, I request you, rest once the law to your authority, to do a great right, do a little wrong, that curls cruel devil of his will. Bassanio is trying to tell Portia, do anything, curb your law, to twist and turn your ways, but do something so that he should be punished, that my friend Antonio could be saved from this cruel devil, that is Shylock. Portia, it must not be. No, I don't have any authority to twist and turn the law. There is no power in Venice can alter a decree established. How can? No one can. How can the decree, the law which has been established in Venice, can be altered or changed? It will be recorded for a precedent, and may an error by the same example will much into the state it cannot be. Only it will be recorded. Whatever judgment will be given today, it will be recorded for further follow-up, for others to take help from it. Shylock feels very happy. He feels Portia is on his side, and he calls him a Daniel. A Daniel is a prominent figure in the Bible. He is known for his justice, judgment. So he is calling, Shylock is calling Portia a Daniel, comparing him with Daniel. A Daniel come to judgment, a Daniel, O wise young judge, how I do honor thee. He is so happy that she is talking in favor of him, and she says, he says rather, how can I honor you? Portia, I pray you, let me look up upon the bond. She said, let me see what else is there in the bond. Shylock, here it is, most reverend doctor. Here it is, most reverend lawyer, advocate. Here the bond is. Portia, Shylock, there's thrice thy moiety offered thee. Oh, you have been offered 3 times the amount. Shylock, an oath, I have an oath in heaven. Shall I lay perjury upon my soul? No, not for Venice. He says, no. I have already taken an oath before God. Shall I commit the sin of oath breaking, right, on my own soul? I will not. I have already committed. I have taken a promise. I made a promise to God. I want my penalty. He says, no, I cannot, for the sake of Venice, I cannot break this law. I cannot break my oath. Portia, why? This bond is forfeit, and lawfully by this the Jew may claim a pound of flesh. Right? This bond says the Jew gets the pound of flesh, to be by him cut off nearest the merchant's heart. When the bond was made, it was made clear that wherever Shylock finds it right, he will take the pound of flesh from that part of the body. But today he is making it very clear that he wants the pound of flesh next to his heart. What is his desire? He has got all plans. Next to heart means he'll die. So Shylock doesn't want Antonio to live, and he wants to fill his grievances, his enmity. So he wants Antonio to die. I read it again. It says here, Shylock is saying, when it is paid according to the tenor, it doth appear you are a worthy judge. You know the law. Your exposition hath been most sound. Now he is praising Portia and saying, you know the law, and whatever judgment you are giving, whatever you are judging is perfect. I charge you by the law, whereof you are a well-deserving pillar. You are one of the greatest pillar of law, because you know a lot of law. Proceed to judgment. Please proceed to judgment. Whatever judgment you will give, I'll accept. But by my soul I swear, there is no power in the tongue of man to alter me. Because you remember, I am not going to change my decision. Nothing can alter me, cannot touch my heart, cannot move my heart, and I will not show any mercy. Very surely he is trying to say, I stay here on my bond. What I want? My bond. Antonio, most heartily I do beseech the court to give the judgment. Antonio is tired and waiting. So he says, please give him the judgment, whatever judgment he has. Portia, why then? Thus it is. You must prepare your bosom to his knife, right? Then be prepared for your bosom to be cut off. Shylock, oh noble judge, oh excellent young man. Again, praises for Portia. Portia says, for the intent and purpose of the law hath full relation to the penalty, which here appeareth due upon the bond. Yes, according to the bond, the pound of flesh which is entitled by Shylock will be given to Shylock, and he rightfully, the court awards him. Shylock, it is very true, O wise and upright judge. How much more elder art thou than thy looks. Now he is very happy. First he must be thinking he's a young man, what will he decide? But after the decision he feels that, oh, you are opposite to your young looks. You are very, very divine and honored and reverend in your judgment. Portia, therefore lay bare your bosom. Now Portia is instructing Antonio to open up his shirt so that that pound of flesh may be cut. Shylock, his breast, so says the bond, doth it not, noble judge? Nearest his heart. Those are the very words. Shylock is reminding that he has not only has to remove his shirt, but he has to offer his chest and near to his heart the flesh to be cut. Portia, it is so. Are there balance here to weigh the flesh? Is there a balance there? A scale is there so that you can weigh the flesh? You can weigh the flesh. Shylock, I am then ready. Portia, have thy some surgeon Shylock on thy charge? Portia is asking to call for a surgeon, right? So that the surgeon can come and take charge of the bleeding man, to stop his wounds lest he be bleed to death. He's saying it could be that it could be stopped, right? The bleeding should be stopped, otherwise he'll bleed to death. Shylock, it is so nominated in the bond. Shylock is amazed, he's surprised, and he says that, is it nominated? Is it said that it is to be there in the bond? Portia, it is not so express, but what of that? It were good thou do so much by for charity. No, it is not mentioned that a surgeon has to be here, but because of the charity work, the person should not bleed to death. It's only the pound of flesh you have talked about, so you should make arrangement for him not to bleed. Shylock, I cannot find it. It is not in the bond. Portia, come merchant, have you anything to say? Now Antonio gets a last chance to speak about what he has to say about the quality of mercy, about Shylock and his death. Antonio says, but little, I am armed and well prepared. Give me your hand, Bassanio. Now, you know, Antonio loves Bassanio for the world. The whole world is one side and Bassanio's love for him is another way. So now he is trying to depart from Bassanio. He's trying to say goodbye to Bassanio. So he says, I am armed, I am prepared, totally prepared to face my death. So now, Bassanio, give me your hand and fare you well. Fare you well, farewell to you. Grieve not, don't be sad, right? Grieve not, don't be sad, and don't lament that I am fallen to this for you. Because of me, because of you, I have fallen into this problem. So don't grieve about it, don't feel bad about it, don't feel sad about it. For therein fortune shows herself more kind than in her custom. Now he is trying to pacify himself by saying, fortune has been kind to me. I have borne so many losses. There is no means for me to live. So fortune is justified, has justified by awarding me this death penalty. It is still her use to let the wretched man outlive his wealth, to view his hollow eye and wrinkled brow of age of poverty. If no money would be with me, I would die of poverty and old age, wrinkles. Right? You've seen old men, those who are die of hunger, or those who are very poor, they have got wrinkled faces and hollow eyes. So that's what he's saying. If I don't have money to live in, how will I live in? I have to die a death of poverty, right? With wrinkled brows, face, and with hollow eyes. From which lingering penance of such misery doth she cut me off. She, fortune. Fortune cuts me off from lingering my death, right? So that I am awarded this death, I am happy about it. So we continue. Command me to your honorable wife. But remember, Bassanio, tell all this about to your wife, right? Tell her the process of Antonio's end. Please remind her, tell her all in detail how Antonio has met his end, how he has seen his death. Say how I loved you. Please inform her, tell her how much I love you. Speak me fair in death. Okay, speak good things about me. And when the tale is told, the story about my death is told, bid her be judge. Tell her to be the judge. Whether Bassanio had not once a love, she can decide who loved Bassanio more, it is me or she. Repent not you that thou shalt lose your friend. Don't repent again. Don't be sad, right? And he repents not that he pays your debt. For if the Jew do cut but deep enough, I'll pay it instantly with all my heart. If the Jew is good enough to cut the flesh from deep from my heart, then and there I'll pay his penalty. That means with my life I'll end all this problems which I'm facing. Bassanio, Antonio, I am married to a wife. Antonio is reminding himself and he's saying, yes, I'm married to a wife who is very good, which is as dear to me as life itself. My wife is very dear, very close to me as my own life. But life itself, my own life, my wife and all the world. If anybody wants to take away my life, my wife and the world, I'm happy to give. I can save you, Antonio. Are not with me esteemed above thy life. All these three things, my life, my wife and the whole world, doesn't stand in front of your love. Your love is more important to me. I would lose sacrifice them all. Not only lose, I'm ready to give up on my own surety, on my own will. I'm ready to give up, sacrifice them all. Here to this devil to deliver you. I wish I could give all of myself, my wife, my world, whatever I have, if I could save you from this devil's clutches, hands. Portia, your wife, would give you little thanks for that. Now, Portia is trying to remind Bassanio, the way you're talking about your wife, they're ready to give your wife also to deliver your friend. She will not be very happy. She will give you little thanks. If she were by to hear you make the offer. If your wife would have been here, she would have not felt good that you're making such an offer. Brasciano is very happy to, he also has to say something. I have a wife whom I protest I love. He is again reminded of his wife Nerissa, and he said, I have a wife also. I would she were in heaven. Now he's already saying that she would be in heaven, that she's dead and gone. So she could entreat some power to change this cursed Jew. I wish she would be in heaven and she would practice some sort of power, divine power, to change this heart of this devilish Jew. That is Shylock. Nerissa. It is well you offer it behind her back. Nerissa has to say something. She says, right, whatever you're offering at the back of your wife. The wife is not there to listen. The wish would make else an unquiet house, because if your wife comes to know such an offer you are making, that you're sending your wife to heaven before you have your married life, then definitely your house would be an unquiet house. Means there will be a lot of quarrel between you and your wife. Shylock. These be the Christian husbands. Shylock gets a point to look down upon Christians. So he's quickly telling that these sort of Christian husbands we have. And he is very upset with the thought of this Christian husband, because he feels his own daughter has married a Christian. So that is why he is not very happy. I have a daughter. Would any of Stocks of Barabbas had been her husband rather than a Christian? He's saying Barabbas is a dacoit, right? A thief. He's saying, I wish my daughter would have married a man who would be not honored, not reverend, a thief or a dacoit, rather than she had married a Christian. Barabbas is another figure in the Bible where when Jesus was put to crucifixion, before he was crucified, the people of the Jewish people wanted Barabbas to be relieved in lieu of Christ. So this is a little reference for it. He is trying to say, I wish my daughter would marry anyone else except a Christian. We trifle time, I pray thee, pursued sentence. We trifle time, we are wasting time in all these discussions. So let us continue with our sentence. Upon that same merchant flesh is thine, the court awards it, and the law doth give it. He's saying, Portia is reminding that a pound of flesh the merchant shall, flesh is yours. So the court has awarded you, and the law has sanctioned it to you, right? Shylock, most rightful judge. Shylock is very happy, praising Portia. Portia, and you must cut the flesh from off his breast, and the law allows it, and the court awards it. Again, she is reminding that the law has given you the right to cut the pound of flesh. Shylock, most learned judge, a sentence come prepared. That he is a learned judge, and he is already prepared with a good sentence, with a good judgment. Portia, tarry a little. Now twice Portia says, tells Shylock to wait. Tarry means wait. Now here she's saying, tarry a little. There is something else. This bond doth give thee here no jot of blood. According to the bond, there is no jot of blood to be shed. Remember, in the first lesson, when the first time I met you, I had said Act 4 scene when I was teaching, I had used the word trap scene. This is where Portia's trap is there to trap Shylock, right? So she's saying, she's trapping him, and he's saying, this in the bond, no, only flesh is mentioned, no drop of blood is there. The word expressly are a pound of flesh. In inverted comma it is mentioned. It's only a pound of flesh, no other thing. Take then thy bond, take thou thy pound of flesh, but in the cutting it, if thou dost shed one drop of Christian blood, all right, you are allowed to take the pound of flesh, but you should not be dropping even one drop of blood. Thy land and goods, and if you do so, if you drop blood, what will happen? The land, the goods are by the law of Venice confiscate unto the state of Venice. The state will take away all your possessions, like everything what you have, it will be taken away by the state, by the government. Now Bassanio gets a chance to praise Portia because she has been very sweetly able to save Antonio. I'll continue the next class.